Hey y'all, hey everybody, happy Tuesday. So, we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. And let me make sure, let me know y'all can see me. Because for some reason, okay, so I think y'all can, but for some reason, the voice will just come really slow on this thing. So, there we go. Hey, Mac. Hey, Tanner. Hey, Carls. Hey, Samuel. Hey, Edward. Hey, Derek. I hope you guys are doing okay. So we're going to give people in just a few minutes to come into the room. Hopefully everybody is having a good Tuesday. Hey, Pilu. And your weeks are off to a really great start. Y'all, we have like 2.5, 3 weeks left in December. And I'm like, and everybody said I look like I'm fresh out of Wakanda. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Hey, hot retarded chick. Hey, Lavon. But oh my God, y'all. It's about to be 2020. So I'm just trying to get my mind right, prepare myself, trying to go into 2020 with the right energy. We're going to have to leave some things in 2019. I don't know if y'all can relate. But yeah, we're going to leave some things in 2019 and we're going into 2020 making some stuff happen. So, but when you say 2020 need to hurry up, why? Don't be trying to speed up time on me. Eric said, I'm good. It's just cold in Milwaukee. Like last night, and that's probably why it's rainy here today. But last night when I went outside, it felt so just, the weather was like perfect. It was probably like, had to be mid, like 60s. I'm like, yeah, this is what I need right here. Helena, I said hey to you. Did I not say hey to you? Hey, Helena. I did say hey to you, Helena. You were like the first or second person. But yeah, trying to enjoy enjoy these last few moments of 2019. Hopefully it's been a really great and productive year for you guys. I've learned a lot. My channel has grown pretty well. Been hitting some little roadblocks here, which we're going to talk about. But Black Introvert is saying next decade will be different. He can feel it. I hope so. I hope it's a good different. Hey, Law Nation. Thank you. Hey, Beast by Blue. Right. I don't know if you're talking to me. You said, am I in Milwaukee? Heck no, I'm not in Milwaukee. That was who was that? That was somebody in the chat that said it's cold in Milwaukee. But nah. But anyway. So y'all, if you have not seen my video, oh, that was Edward that said he's in Milwaukee. That's right. If y'all have not seen my video from the other day, I talked about Joy Reid over there at MSNBC and this whole you know, like, you know, everybody that's not Team Kamala, that's not a Hillary crony, you know what I mean, that has any type of questions or anything for the DNC is a Russian bot, they're disinformation, they're supposedly a black person, because I mean, certainly couldn't be a black person. definitely make sure y'all go check out that video if you have not saw that. But even after making the video, I just was thinking a little bit more on it. And the more I think about it, the more bothered I become. Because first of all, this idea that Black people have to constantly be led, right? And shielded from what the media or the elitists or the people with agendas perceive to be harmful. Oh my God, the Russians are freaking tainting the Blacks. It's all I'm getting from the media lately. And it's just really frustrating. It's really frustrating. And to see them go such lengths to double down on their foolishness and offend and completely dismiss so many people. This lady literally said at the end of that segment, she literally said, if you see somebody, I cannot make this stuff up. She literally said, if you see somebody saying, what are you going to do for our votes? Be weary of them, for lack of better words. I can't remember the exact quote. Okay. But basically, if you see anybody online, a Black person particularly, saying, what are you going to do for our votes? It's most likely disinformation. So this is how they treat us. You know, you have so many people online pushing back, but it's so hard to get through when these people are literally the freaking gatekeepers to the media. This all even ties into what YouTube is doing right now. I'm going to talk about that as well. But when you have these people that are a direct gateway to information, to people, reaching people, like, what do you do? And we're just all sitting here watching it happen, and it's just so unbelievable to watch it in real time. And the crazy part about it is, if we don't do something and fix this, these are the people that's going to be written as the heroes in the future textbooks. Like, do y'all hear where I'm coming from? There is digital book burning going on right now as we speak. They are, as we speak, removing content creators from YouTube, which, if YouTube worked how it is supposed to work, even if people like me were never able to break beyond the mainstream media, our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids will one day be able to get back on YouTube 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, however long, and be able to look, oh, this is what the real people were saying. This is what the TVs were saying, but this is what the regular people were saying. But I like, at the rate things are going, I don't even know if that's going to be the case. And all of these people are in cahoots. They're working together. Everything is Black people's fault. Every facet of 2020, I mean, not 2020, 2016 has been blamed on us some type of way. Do y'all even realize, do y'all even remember? This is how crazy the news cycle is. Do y'all remember that the original narrative, like very early on behind Russia, was that the voting machines were hacked? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember people talking about the voting machines being hacked. That like I remember getting on Facebook arguing with people about, because I was like, where's the evidence that the machines have been hacked? So that was the original thing. Everybody was pushing that narrative. Now all of a sudden, Black people been hacked. Like, that's Russia just got so much power. Russia went from hacking the voting machines to now they hacking Black people. They got supposed Black people online hashtagging and going after politicians. Russia got all the power. So the media no longer talks about the voting machines, supposedly. I haven't delved too far into it, but I've seen some reports saying that in the Mueller report, possibly in a few states, some voting machines were hacked by Russia. Okay, we're coming up to 2020. If that's the case, I haven't heard the news talking about, and this is what makes me not believe y'all. Because if that was such a big thing, where are the discussions on how we are going to prevent this going into 2020? Because y'all were freaking out about it in 2016. The Russians hacked the voting machines. The Russians hacked the voting machines. Now you quiet as a mouse. You're trying to move this. It's like rolling dice. And wherever it lands on Russia, like, they're just cool with it. Like, it doesn't even matter. Just wherever the dice fall. But as long as it hits Russia. Because every day, it's something new that they're tying to Russia. Like, Russia just doing all of it. At this point, I can't keep up. They're spying, supposedly spying in the White House. They're hacking the voting machines. They're hacking Black people's minds. They're putting out disinformation campaigns. Russia, Russia, Russia. Exactly, Lavon. Like, at this point, my brain is Russiaed out. Like, I'm so ready to move past this. You are literally, so many people, they just don't get it. So many people have checked out on this Russia thing. It's going to create so much freaking resentment going into 2020. You wasting taxpayer dollars when people are looking for actual legislation. People are looking for transformative legislation. People are trying to figure out how things are going to affect their actual everyday lives. While you have people in Washington, D.C. playing with us. Playing with us, playing with our money, playing with our time. Vladimir Putin influenced us. Like, we've heard all of it. Can y'all pick a narrative and stick with it? Because at this point, y'all just looking silly. I mean, you just telling me Russia just had a whole freaking operation going. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be real crazy to see what's all going to happen with 2020. But the media is hands-on creating a lot of spite and resentment because of the way they're handling things. And they have to be responsible and accept the role that they're playing in this, okay? I guess their handlers are telling them to double down or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But y'all fully need to accept all the smoke that you're catching because of this. But this idea that people are just going to continue to represent or speak for Black people or present us as some type of monolith. Like, even when I did that video, how they tried to throw those 5 groups all in a box, right? ADOS, FBA, Walk Away, Blacks for Trump, and Blexit. Some of them might have overlapping ideology, but those are very distinct things started by different people. And this is what I was telling somebody that was like, it's crazy how they just gonna lump us with all these other people. And I'm like, that's not by accident. That's by on purpose. I've told y'all that, so that the way they're doing that is, again, they're using these trigger words. So all the older generation, my parents, my grandparents, sitting at home, sitting on the couch, they don't even know a whole revolution is taking place online. They have no clue, right? But you just throw those trigger words in there, right? You throw those trigger words in there. Blacks for Trump. Now they automatically assume each one of those categories are Trump stumpers, and that's not even the case. So don't ever think like they just taking a wide brush and they just a whole smear campaign. And all the Black folks that don't agree with me, we're gonna put them over here in this box. So thank you, Andre. But I just can't. Exactly, Tanner. Tanner said they're trying to create a wedge between older Blacks and younger, more informed Blacks. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's exactly what it is, because they know that the media, these talking heads, the Roland Martins and the Joy Reids and all these other people, they know they still have a foothold on a certain demographic. They know this. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So, but y'all get ready. Y'all get ready to see all this madness going into 2020. It's going to be a lot of pushback on old. It's gonna be a lot of pushback on old ways of thinking. And the crazy part about it is, y'all, this is how beautiful the times we are living in are. It's happening on every side. You have both conservatives and Democrats, right? Pushing back against the mainstream, I don't even know what I call it. The mainstream media. Like people, we want regular people politics. We want regular, everyday, real life, and it's happening across the aisle. Like don't think it's not. Even with the people that you disagree with, or you may disagree with politically, or whatever the case may be, but there's a huge push against the establishment right now. And I love to see it. Like, y'all know me. Y'all know what time I'm out. Okay. I love to see it. Like, because I just don't like sit there, do nothing, accept whatever, talk it away. I don't like that. So I love to see the pushback. I love to see people get challenged. I'm not super big on going to people events and, all the drama stuff. I mean, that's not really the route I would go. But, it always be funny though. So I don't know. But all right, y'all. So while we're here, all right. So I was going to present this to y'all tonight anyway. But Helena, shout out to Helena. Thank you for all you do. Helena ended up sending me this information about YouTube's new policy and everything that's going on. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that as well. And the funny part about it is all this ties into everything that we're seeing right now. Everything is interconnected. So like don't ever think that it's not. And these people... And that's a little bit of what I be trying to get people to recognize, right? You literally, some of y'all not gonna want to hear this. That's okay. I'm gonna say it anyway. You literally are more likely, probably, most likely, almost positively have more in common with your freaking neighbor down the road, regardless of their sexuality, their religion, their social status, how much they make, their race, than we have with these people we're watching through the TV. It's just real. It's just a real observation. You are more likely to have more things in common with them, regardless of what the media tries to make y'all believe. Yes, there are things that happen out here in real time, in real life. Yes, I understand that. But please believe me, the perfect example of this is the pushback. Y'all have seen it with y'all own eyes. The pushback y'all have seen from Black people to Kamala Harris. Perfect example. Okay? The same pushback y'all are seeing against Joy Reid. Just because people talk or they say they represent a group of people, that's just not always the case. And so remember that, okay? So it's a lot of these people working in cahoots. A lot of these people, believe it or not, and as a matter of fact, see, I ain't gonna put people business out. I don't clout chase. I don't really care. Like, people are just people to me or whatever. And I ain't gonna say names. But just know, I know people, I met people, I know people that know people. I met several celebrities and stuff like this. And I just want y'all to know, a lot of them be lying to y'all. They be lying. They lie. They lie to keep the entertainers lie to keep favoritism with y'all. The politicians lie to carry out their agendas. So a lot of how these people be presenting themselves to be is not who they really be. Like I'm telling y'all, and a lot of these people, believe it or not, they be friends behind the scenes, and y'all would never know it. That's the crazy part about it, man. They straight up be friends behind the scenes, and y'all would never know it. So just keep that in mind, man. If this whole, old Black media thing doesn't prove anything, it should prove to you that these people, more or less no different because of where they from, their skin color, anything else, they are working in cahoots with a lot of these other people. So don't ever get that twisted. So yeah. Look, man. All right. Trying to tell y'all. just funny, man, because I know, man, I know for a fact some of these entertainers be pandering so hard, man. I've seen it with my own. They pander so hard, they will sell y'all whatever sells. And that's just the bottom line, man. That's just the bottom line. And I know some people ain't gonna accept it. I know y'all stand these celebrities. They your friends in your head. And I get that. I never just kind of really just been that person. But I could see, why, because some people I listen to their interviews and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they seem really cool. They seem to have a cool personality. Like, for example, I would say like Fantasia. And I actually went to a concert of hers, and she was like, when I come back to Mississippi, y'all don't put this gate back up. It was so cute. But she just seemed to be a real, down to earth, sweet person, stuff like that. So when I watch her interviews, I'm like, oh, she seems so sweet. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But it's when the celebrity worship comes in and like just thinking these people can do no wrong, or just because they have a certain amount of money, they're special. Like, they're just really regular people with real regular issues. Like for real. But let me show y'all this. So let's see what y'all can see. All right, so let me make sure y'all can see this first, because my computer is going slow. Okay. All right, y'all. So I am officially starting a Patreon, okay? So as many of you guys know, I have talked about this several times, all right? Not only has YouTube literally intentionally stunted my growth on my channel. Some of y'all that have been rocking with me from the beginning, y'all know this. But literally, not only have they shadow banned me, stunted the growth of my channel, but now they just sent me an email where there's a lot of previous videos that I did that they are literally going back like months, like years ago, to specifically just demonetize these videos. And I'm like, I feel some type of way, I really do. But at the end of the day, I have to move around and just do what I can do, okay? So, y'all, this is me. Y'all know I be making all the faces so extra. But this is my patreon.com//RhondaMary. All right. If y'all would, I'm asking that y'all support me. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about it. And then I'm also going to talk to y'all about like YouTube new policy, what they're doing, and all this stuff. All right. So it starts at $5 a month, you guys. So $5, y'all spend it. It's Starbucks. You spend it when you get your four for $4 and put the little rest of the change in the car door, whatever you do, okay? Starts for $5, goes up to $20. $5 is for Patreon only access. So what I am going to do, I am getting ready to start doing more content. Because YouTube has been suppressing my content, demonetizing my content, all this. So $5 is going to include the videos I upload to YouTube plus additional videos. Those additional videos, I will be talking about more expanded topics, okay? Because sometimes I just be like, I'll see random stuff and I want to talk about it for a few minutes or something like that. So that'll basically cover that. $9 all access patron. Okay, that will cover I can't even talk. cross-platform content access, exclusive access, and everything that I just mentioned, okay? So that's going to cover like my stuff I put on Twitter, my stuff, like everything's going to be in one spot. Plus I have more exclusive stuff for $9. $20 a month, all right? You get a personal thank you video from me. I will do a video recommendation request monthly. And so what that means is that sometimes like y'all send me stuff and you're like, hey, you know, I love to hear your thoughts on this, blah, 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 blah. All right. So for that video recommendation request, I'll do one monthly. And then I will shout you out as a sponsor during my Tuesday lives. Okay. And everything in the previous. So I have the link as well. I'm going to drop that in the chat. I think I had a link. And Helena, if you would just, I don't think Cajun is in here. If you would just put that in the chat as well. And so we're going up on a Tuesday, trying to take my platform to the next level. Like I said, I really want to do more content, but this, like y'all supporting, will help me free up the time to be able to do more content. And not only that, the even bigger, I can't, hold on, y'all. The even bigger thing is that I want to do, yeah, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, Helena. So I am dropping this in the chat. And that's the link for y'all. But also, so y'all, what I want to do, and I hate, is Cajun not in here? Like, but what I want to do, y'all, so we're going to update my Tuesday shows to do Hey Y'all Tuesdays, which is going to be an extended show, which will be a weekly call-in show. So once we reach my goal, I'm going to be able to get all the equipment I need, so we can make it a really nice show, professional show, get it on and popping. We'll do that. I'm really excited. Yes, Electric B, that's another thing. So Electric B said we need Hey Y'all merch. So going into 2020, I am going to be working on some merch stuff as well, y'all. So I'm super excited about that. All this stuff is coming down the pipeline. I really want to expand my channel. I'm trying to get some people moved over to Patron. Definitely make sure y'all are following me on Twitter and Instagram, because there is a YouTube purge going on right now, and I really don't know how it's going to affect me. Like I said, they're pulling old videos just to demonetize my stuff. So we really don't know. So yeah. So y'all will hear me talking about this, dropping a link. But if y'all would, please support me. You want to see more content, you want to see my channel grow, or whatever, you can help me reach the goal, okay? And also, how many of y'all, do any of y'all in here use BitChute? I think that's the name of it. If you use BitChute, press 1. If you don't use BitChute or don't even know what the heck that is, press 2. Because that's another platform that so everybody's saying D Live or DTube. Okay. So right now I'm seeing half 1s and half 2s. So BitChute is supposed to be kind of similar to YouTube. But it's supposed to be more freedom of speech. Now this, that's what they always sell you until it start popping off and everybody move over there, and then the people owning it sell out or trying to monopolize and everything else they be trying to do. But I'll check into D Live too. I've heard about that just today, so I haven't just really got a chance to look in it. I never even heard of Discord, Levon, so I have to look into that too. Whatever. But all right, y'all. So I'll look into more into BitChute, D Live, and Discord, and maybe kind of have that as one of those as like a backup page or something. But we'll see. But all right, y'all. So please do that. Please support me on Patreon. That would be so awesome. All right, so Helena sent me this today. Shout out to Helena, because she had been trying to tell me about the new policy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't find it anywhere. I was so confused. But YouTube's new policy 2019 will go into effect starting December 10th, 2019. So that is basically today. That's today. All right, so in its conditions for terminating creators' accounts, the company states YouTube may terminate your use of the services or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. But it has not defined what being no longer commercially viable entails. We're making some changes to our terms of service in order to make them easier to read and to ensure they're up to date. We're not changing the way our product works, how we collect or process data, or any of your settings. Everyone who uploads a YouTube video is not immediately popular. It normally takes time and consistent content, who you telling, in order to build an audience. The outrage from creators is over the fact that the new regulations are discouraging and will take away from creators' livelihoods. All right. So you do have some creators that do YouTube full time. I personally don't see anything wrong with that. If you're adding value to people's lives, you're giving them something to watch, they're enjoying it, hey, go for it. So it says creators are not YouTube employees. There's no contract obligating YouTube or Google to covering the creators' living expenses, resources, healthcare, or any kind of salary. As a creator, a person is freelancing for YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. This goes on to talk about this. YouTube is basically making it harder for new creators because every few years they're doing these new updates because even when I came into YouTube, I think early on it was like super easy, I'm guessing, to get monetization and stuff like that. But as I came into YouTube, they had already changed the rules to like you had to have like I think 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, or all this kind of stuff. Note that this is from Liz Ryerson. Note that if you have 100,000 subscribers, YouTube will let you use their studios in LA. It's a completely different lane for people who are successful on these platforms. A lot of the people who have been successful on YouTube have got it from doing reactionary garbage. Now, I don't know if that last statement could be true to some sense. But so YouTube has been changing like a lot of their rules, bylaws, and then they do this type of crap that makes it so freaking elusive. Like what they're going to be looking for what they want. So that's just an easy way to be like, if your channel is deleted or your monetization is taken, that's just an easy way to be like, well, we told you, you weren't commercially viable. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those type of things. So, y'all need to know this. And the part, like, I was working on my Patreon before, like, Helena, I think, had mentioned this to me like a couple weeks ago, and I read something that they sent me, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't, because they emailed me something about whether it's appropriate for children or not, and I'm like, oh, I don't have anything to worry about. Then she DM'd me again. She was like, you just need to be sure what's going on. And I'm like, send it to me to let me make sure that I know what's going on. So please, y'all, support YouTubers, support smaller independent voices. Make sure y'all are really supporting people, because we have to get behind the things that we say we want. And these are going to be the people that are pushing against the narratives and offering a different perspective than what the mainstream media is saying. So we can't talk about it and not be about it or whatever. So y'all just keep this in mind. Hopefully I won't be going anywhere. Hopefully I won't be disappearing. But if anything happens, I've prepared y'all, and y'all know where to find me: Patreon, Instagram, Twitter. Okay. So let's talk about cancel culture real quick. So Christmas sweater with Santa and cocaine forces Walmart to apologize. So this was a sweater. Let it snow. And you got, I guess it's supposed to be like a crackhead Santa with the lines on the table in the snow. Santa the Snowman, worse than Jeezy the Snowman. Walmart Canada is saying sorry for making available a Christmas sweater with an apparent drug reference. The sweater featured an image of Santa Claus behind a table with 3 lines that look similar to cocaine lines. Below the image is a phrase, "Let it snow." The Global News, a Canadian news organization, first reported the apology. The sweater sold by a third-party seller on Walmart.ca do not represent Walmart's values and have no place on our website, Walmart said in an updated statement Monday. We have removed these products from our marketplace. We apologize for any unintended offense this may have caused. These sweaters were not offered on Walmart.com in the U.S. So I would assume that they would find these offensive, right? Because I would mostly assume they will find this offensive because Walmart is a family store, right? Because you would totally, probably, you could see a shirt like this and maybe like a Spencer's or a Hot Topic, or Dolls Kill online or something like that. Okay. Walmart, not so much, family store. But can I just be the first one to say, like, let's just call out the obvious. If your kids know or can even recognize what this sweater is in reference to, there's a much bigger problem with society. Can we start there? If your kids can casually walk by this store in Walmart or see this online and know what this is, I have concerns for you. I am a full-grown woman, and if I wasn't just looking at this shirt, like if I wasn't really just looking and I'm shopping online or in a store and it's not like what I'm looking for or looking at, I wouldn't have thought twice. I would have really had to look at this shirt to be like, oh, okay, I see the white lines. You know, that's really what would have given it away. My point to y'all in saying this is people want to continue to regulate and mold society to make up for their bad parenting skills. To the point where I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I'm against drugs. I don't promote drugs. Every now and again, I will listen to songs and music about selling drugs, but I don't overly even listen to it because we have to be very aware of everything that we're taking in. But I have a Scully, I have a hat that says caviar and cocaine on it. I own it because I thought it was catchy and funny. I would wear this sweater to a ugly ugly sweater Christmas party, and I don't do drugs. Like, everybody is trying to craft and mold everybody else to their own perception of what the world is supposed to be. And to me, it says a lot about where we have fallen as a culture and a society when people can't parent their own children. Ain't nobody naked on this shirt. No offensive words. It's just imagery. It's just imagery. Helena, I actually think I'm going to see if I have an extra one of those hats. I'll actually ship you one. I think I have an extra one, though. But outrage culture has become so much that everybody is walking around on eggshells. You have Walmart working with third parties. Now, every single time these third parties are doing something, and y'all, people know you going through Walmart, they're working with third parties, but now all of a sudden you're offended because it's connected to Walmart. And you want Walmart to bend over backwards and be beholden to you. You know, I'm not, I don't advocate for blatant just obscenity and debauchery, particularly nudity or something like that. You know what I mean? Nudity or any references to like pedophilia or rape, something like that. But this shirt, which is kind of very tongue-in-cheek, I think this is exactly how I wanted to say that. But very tongue-in-cheek, very, oh Lord, we gonna be walking around. There ain't nobody gonna have no sense of humor. I saw some people the other day, I don't even know the full story of it, but I saw some people the other day was mad because Steve Harvey made some kind of joke. I didn't even go to see what it was about. I'm like, just here we go again. So, but Helena said the guy who created Who created Walmart is rolling in his grave. Sally said jokes are banned. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. Carr said, can you imagine trying to avoid everything that offends different people? What a dull life. And you literally have to walk around on eggshells. You always have to be super freaking aware. Like every single thing you do, you have to be in a heightened state of sensitivity and emotions. So I don't know. It's just tiring. But all right, y'all. So let's go to your girl, Lizzo. Donovan, I'm sorry I haven't seen that movie. Now I gotta see it. Donovan says society is becoming like the movie Demolition Man. Edward said having a sense of humor will be illegal soon at this rate. Absolutely. When they start labeling this stuff and trying to outlaw it as hate speech and stuff like that. And I think I told y'all like this literally happened in New York. Somebody made some jokes about, I can't remember if it was about illegal immigrants or transgenders or something like that. And the police like showed up to their show because somebody felt threatened. Like, I'm not even joking. This is where we are with it. So it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. But we about to look at Lizzo. All right, so y'all finna see a little bare bottom going on. So this is your censorship warning, okay? I'm gonna show this clip real quick, and then we're gonna talk about it. And y'all know I'm the type of person, I just prefer to show y'all like what I'm talking about instead of just going into talking about, because I know sometimes, every now and again it'd be like y'all first time. Some people come to my channel, it may be their first time hearing or seeing the topic. But anyway, all right, so warning, censor warning. All right, so y'all saw that. All right, so Lizzo is a up and coming pop. I would consider her pop star. Who has taken the internet by storm. She has these new songs out that some of them are pretty catchy. We in yes, girl, yes culture. So she's kind of getting a lot of that. But anyway, so Lizzo is a singer who decides to not just go to a Lakers game with a thong on, with her bare bottom out, and just, I don't know, sit in the seats. Not just that, okay? 'Cause that just wasn't enough. All right. She just had to turn around, with the butt facing the camera, and do a little twerk. First of all, because y'all, I know y'all finna say it in here. I know somebody's gonna say it. But first of all, stop using these kids as an excuse. Stop using the kids. I don't want to see her butt cheeks, and I'm grown. I mean, you can use the kids as an excuse, whatever. Oh, it's kids, it's the family, it's the kids. I don't want to see her butt cheeks either. I talk about this stuff on my channel every now and again because I've talked to y'all about image, perception, how things are presented in the media. Obviously, I'm a Black woman, and because Black people are often presented as a monolith, oftentimes without my permission or other Black women's permission, these will be the people that are propped up to represent us, and to be the face of Black womanhood. How is it that first of all, I don't particularly understand the obsession with sexuality and sensuality in this society. I personally just don't understand it. I don't get it. It is very natural to be sexual people. We are sexual beings. But this obsession to literally craft your life through this sexual filter, right? Just doesn't make sense to me. I just can't understand it. You not only that, you literally have Black people at the forefront of every sexual movement. Why is that? Why is that? Like, think about it, right? You think about the slut walk. Amber Rose, she's like mixed or something, right? But totally Black culture, hip hop culture, teaming up with Black China and all of this, right? You think about all the Black trans people being paraded around as the face of transgenderism, right? When I call to question how freaking statistical is that, right? Black queer people, intersectionality, all these words, all these boxes, these checklists that put Black people at the forefront. Why is that? Why is it? Why do Black people have to be the leaders of all the sexual and entertainment movements? Why is that? This is the same group of people that say they want to be recognized and seen in different areas, but look at what we prop up and what goes viral. Look at the images we support. And do not think for 1 second, I am against women being sexy, feeling nice, wanting to look good. I don't have any problem with that. But what we're not going to do is conflate being sexy and feeling nice for being hypersexualized by the same freaking people that complain about how hypersexualized they are. This is progressiveness. These people are so progressive that they're regressive. They will take all of the stereotypes that have been used against them and flaunt them proudly as if it's some type of accomplishment. What is an accomplishment about that? I don't understand it. What is empowering about walking around with your booty cheeks out? What is empowering about that? Why can't we teach Black kids to feel empowered when they learn something new? When they gain a new hobby, when they learn a new instrument, a new language? Why can't we start that movement of empowerment? Why does empowerment have to be tied to? See, this is the stuff. This is right now. I'm telling y'all, you need to follow me on Patreon, because this is the stuff I'm gonna be talking about right here. This is the content, because I be ready. Every now and again, y'all need a good rant. Y'all need to see this side of me. We need this. You gonna get all that on Patreon. So make sure y'all support me. But where the movements for all that? Where the empowerment movements for that? Why does the empowerment movements have to be tied to sexuality? Who has ever stopped Black people from having sex? See, people y'all might get mad. It's okay. Who has ever stopped Black people from having sex? Who has ever stopped Black people from being looked at sexually as other, as something to be domineer? I can tell you what they have stopped you from: education, reading, owning firearms, keeping your families together. See, baby, can we start some empowerment movements from some stuff they didn't actually try to keep from you? Black women have always been hypersexualized during slavery. What's the laws where even Black women having to cover their hair? I can't think of the name of the laws right now. But the way we've had to be seen as just whatever. Thank you, Helena. Owning businesses, obtaining investments. Can we put some empowering movements behind this? Make it go viral. Make it be seen like body positivity. And while I'm talking about body positivity, let me get real with y'all. Everybody's trying to make this because she's a big girl, right? Tell me when Black people have not liked big women. Please point me to a time in history. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like people don't have preferences, but the Black community is a very accepting community of thick women and plus size women. Very accepting, probably the most accepting. Especially if you're from the South. Don't tell me your auntie and your grandma didn't had a little cooking it up in the kitchen arms. Like, when Black people stopped liking thick women. And I'm not even here. I promise y'all. But I'm just trying to let y'all know. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. This is not no woe is me story. It's not. But I'm from freaking Mississippi, okay? I was picked on for being skinny, too skinny, for years, all through grade school. Years. Call names. I know y'all don't like to hear it. Y'all don't like to believe it. It's okay. Like I said, I don't need no pity. I'm good. It's life. People get picked on. People get called names. Life goes on. It's okay. But my point is that when I was in school, and even now, you have a lot of Black men and probably men in general who like and prefer thicker women. So Black people ain't never stopped liking big women. So this whole lie going around, oh, fat phobia. Fat phobia. Every time these celebrities get pushed back on these agendas and all this stuff, all of a sudden we some type of phobia or ism, right? Because we not with the crap you selling. You can't just take our word for how we view it. It has to be a phobia or a ism. That's where we're getting to. And don't, like I said, I'm an equal opportunist. I can't remember if I talked about this particularly on YouTube, but I remember when Beyonce came out on the cover of a magazine, I believe in this particular magazine cover, Jay-Z might have been laying there with her, but Beyonce sitting up there butt booty naked with her butt turned to the camera on some type of, it wasn't a magazine cover, it was in a magazine spread. I was one of the main people like, Beyonce, why? These people are like, all this money, you can do what you want. You can present. That's why I can't rock with these celebrities, man. That's why I cannot rock with them. Because a lot of them, I just can't do it. The goal of getting money, I assumed, was to get you to a certain level so you don't have to answer to people BS. You don't have to fulfill people's agendas. You can get out of the box of what they have tried to do to the Black image, to the Black family, to the Black community. I'm thinking you get money, you level up, you can cut the BS. Oprah got all this money and you still out here slandering people that you have no evidence. All that money. Y'all can't tell these people no. Y'all can't tell these people I want to represent Black people a different way. You can't tell these people my money let me have more morals now. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what it is about money. Or maybe it's a Hollywood thing, right? It gotta be a Hollywood thing. Because honestly, I know, like, I don't know. I don't know. It gotta, maybe it's a Hollywood thing. Because I've met just regular people, that do like real estate or, do like really high skill jobs and stuff like that. Sell products and become millionaires. And they still got sense. So it must be a Hollywood thing. But I just, in my head, I would want it to be, man, I'm sitting on 50 million. I ain't got to do nothing y'all say. I don't got to be who y'all want me to be. I don't have to present that image anymore. I don't have to do that. Like, people complain about the images we are presenting, but then I have to put the onus on you and say, what are you supporting? What are you supporting? Yes, Hollywood does half the work. Yes, these executives do half the work. They plant people, they put people in place, they prop them up, and we just fall right in line. We fall right in line. I've said this, man, in my head. It may not even be right. It may honestly be biased. It may be. But I am going to continuously, people don't like it, so be it. But I'm going to continuously hold Black people to a higher standard for how our image is being portrayed, because in my head, you should know better. If anybody knows, you should know. So of course, I'm going to call you out on it first. But man, we have to stop implying and supporting the idea that the only way Black women can get to superstardom is to show their bare bottoms, is to be caricatures, and to just everything else. Have to. Like we can complain all day, but what are you supporting? If Adele can get up there and sit in that one spot, stand in that one spot, and sing on the mic, why can't Lizzo? Without having her whole booty out, why can't Lizzo? And people gonna say, you might say, oh, it's racism, blah, 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 blah. So why are you supporting it? Why are you buying into it too? If you know it's racism, if you believe that Lizzo has to have her whole booty out to break some type of glass ceiling, why do you also support that instead of promoting and showing these executives, showing these producers? We do want the Jasmine Sullivans and the who else? I can't even think right now. Jennifer Hudson's. We gotta stop telling these little girls that the only way to express themselves into freedom is through nudity and sexuality. Everybody wants to lead with sexuality. That's the biggest thing smoking right now. That's what everybody cares about. I personally don't get the obsession with it. Like, who is stopping y'all from like having like sex? Like, people know y'all are sexual. Like, who do y'all feel is suppressing you because we don't want you walking around with your whole booty out? I don't see what's so oppressive about that. And you can still be sexy and sensual and beautiful, but with decorum. So the progressive thing is starting to confuse me, because it's like when a white person says it, it's possibly racist, distasteful, biased, or when they put certain attributes on us, right? But what is it when we put them on ourselves? And like don't think I'm just on here talking. Like I real life be challenging myself to this stuff every day. Like I told y'all, I literally had to stop. I said this in my live, I think this was last week. I literally had to stop rocking with Ricky Smiley just because it was some guy he used to have calling in on there. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm country, you know, I sound like a black girl, all that. But I know how to speak like I have sense. I know how to talk. Southern people, y'all know, we draw some of our words and, you know, how we say certain words and stuff like that. And that's fine. But to have these people calling into your show, and it's one guy in particular, I can't remember. It's like a character that he would do weekly. And then on top of that, he would do like these paternity test Tuesdays where the people would call in and the way they would speak would sound so ridiculous, like a parody of Black people. Like you're trying to make fun. You're actively like making fun of Black people, but you're doing it in a way this guy calling in just sounds ignorant, messing up all his words, just really slurring his speech and just using just very ebonics. I don't know. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And I was like, it's such a parody. It's so bad. It's so offensive. I was like, that's crazy, man. If a white person hosted this same show, and it was so cringy to me. It was so cringy to me. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't listen. And it was so cringy to me. And I remember being in my car and I was like, that's crazy. If a white person hosted this same show, or if a white person even went on a comedy stage and did that voice or acted like that, people will be hella offended. You'll see all type of hashtags. People will be canceled. So I'm like, keep that same energy. If it's offensive, it's offensive, right? And, you know, people might be cool with it. I'm not trying to, you know, stop people from watching or doing whatever y'all like. Y'all might think it's funny. But my thing is we have to be, this is why I always big up YouTubers, because I'm like, we have the chance to change the narrative, create the narrative, whatever. And we have to be protective of our image. You cannot complain about what's being projected onto you in the mainstream media, in the entertainment, and everything else. And then you turn around and you do this. You got the reins now. And you're doing the same exact thing. This dancing, Lizzo doing with her booty all out, man, come on, man. And then don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the Sarah Bartman comparisons. Like I've said, Black women have always been hypersexualized, particularly curvy women. You got so many curvy women that feel like, man, I just can't even walk outside in regular clothes without people just thinking sexual. Curvy women have curvy Black women. Y'all have seen the images online where the women would be fully covered and people offended by what they got on. So why aid in that? Why aid in that perception? Why not challenge the narrative? Teacher Bay, exactly. Thank you, Electric B. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. So I just had to talk about this Lizzo thing because it's so disheartening, man. It's so disheartening. I hate to see it. I don't like it. Like you really can't name any top tier Black female artists that don't have to constantly be paraded around as sexual objects. And don't get me wrong, this whole sexuality, sexual fluidness, let my freak flag fly. I know this is becoming common across cultures. So I would never, say that's not the case. It very much is, but when you have Black people, that's such a small part of the population, yet we continue to be the faces of these sexual movements. It doesn't add up to me. And I just think agenda. Electric B said, I say Alicia Keys, but then when you look at how she's raising her son, she's just down with a different aspect of it. Right. Exactly. But I'm going to always talk about protecting our image, challenging the narrative, not taking on the stereotypes and freaking waving the flags proudly of what we have stereotypically believed to be anyway. I would assume that it would be more empowering, and not to say this is honestly at the end of the day, it's not about proving anything to anybody, and it's really not about what other people think. And I have to correct this because it kind of is to a certain extent. Because you can't say you have a problem with the way people perceive you, right? You have a problem with the way people perceive you. You have a problem with the way people handle you, address you, and represent you. But then you're not protective of your own image. Like, to me, it's just very hypocritical, and it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't really add up. So we have to constantly challenge these narratives. And at the very, very least, I'm not a very radical person. I don't presume. But at the very, very least, can we get some balance? At the very least, can we get that? Like, that's literally all I want to see. It's just balance. Because you're always going to have the people that are completely outside of the box. Can we level the playing field a little bit? Can we let if y'all are going to continue to support and watch entertainment, if y'all are going to continue to use words like empowerment, and Black girl magic and all these other things, can we but anyway. those are my thoughts on that. Another thing is, at some point, we're going to have to admit also and accept the fact that a lot of promiscuity, sexual fluidity, a lot of needing to be seen and validated or recognized through sexuality and sexual acts are the direct result of things like lack of attention, abuse, rape, molestation. When are we going to start to talk about that side of the sexuality piece? And I say this as somebody that has worked with several young girls who some of these people are just not the people we need to be telling that to just be sexually free is a way to resolve inner issues and things like that. And I just don't like one-sided conversations. I just don't like one-sided conversations. So at some point, we're going to have to talk. And this is not directly tied to Lizzo per se. I don't know her. I don't know her life. But just in general, me dealing with a lot of young girls, from kids to teenagers, that have acted out sexually, whether it be through actual sexual acts or seeking attention to validate some sense of insecurity from trauma. So we need to just have some more full, in-depth discussions instead of just using these trigger terms and trigger words and progressive social justice, everybody just be free. But we really don't want to go into depth and talk about a lot of the demons that people are dealing with and how a lot of these movements are direct results for people to mask the demons that they are currently dealing with. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all, please go support and become a Patreon. I'm going to be a patron. I'm going to be putting a lot more content over there. Hopefully when I get to a certain amount of patrons, I want to get the equipment and stuff to do a really great call-in show. So y'all can call in towards this end part and let me know y'all thoughts on the stuff that we're talking about. So that link will be on my profile and drop below this video. And as always, thank y'all. Thank you for the super chats. Thank y'all for the thumbs up, supporting. Please don't forget to share my content. I am trying to get to 9,000. I don't know how far I am, but earlier I was like 200 away. So we trying to get there, y'all. We can do it. Thank y'all for always supporting me. I never take that for granted. And y'all have a good night. Bye.